Okay, we have a lot of work from home job leads to get through today, and some of them are very entry level, some don't require experience. So I'm just going to hit you with what you need to know for each of these jobs and move on to the next. And the first one I'm sharing comes to us from the company Precision AQ. This job is for a medical communications program coordinator. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions anywhere on this job description. So you'll be assigned a group of clients and you'll track project deliverables through all departments, ensuring due dates are relayed and obstacles are identified and communicated efficiently. You'll be responsible for running your client's medical, legal, and regulatory process. This includes submissions, coordinating with taggers, and communicating status updates to the client, the MLR supervisor, and your supporting team. In addition, you'll oversee coordinating internal and external meetings, taking meeting notes during meetings, and providing status updates to the team. And what they want from you is a bachelor's degree, ideally with a concentration in advertising, marketing, communications, or journalism. Other majors will be considered. They'd like you to have 0 to 2 years prior work experience in a client service agency setting or related internship experience. You're comfortable using computers and you have advanced proficiency with Microsoft Office Suite products. And you also have strong written and verbal communication skills. It would be helpful you have a working knowledge of timeline and schedule development. It would also be helpful you have experience supporting a project manager or marketing team with coordinating tasks and tracking deadlines. And when it comes to the salary, they tell us down here on the job description they'll pay you between $41,900 and $62,400 per year. If you want a work from home intake coordinator position, scheduling patient appointments, here's an opportunity for you. LifeStance Health has several openings for intake coordinators. So what we're going to do is land on their careers page, and in the search bar we're going to type the word intake, and then under workplace we're going to select remote. So here we can see all the intake coordinator positions they have available and some related ones, and they are location specific. So we can see they have remote intake coordinator openings in Colorado, Arizona, Massachusetts, Ohio, another one in Colorado, and one in Nevada, one in Georgia, Rhode Island, another Rhode Island position, and 2 more for Ohio. And they also have a related position of behavioral health intake coordinator. And this one is for all of you who live in the state of California. So I looked through several of these and they are identical with exception of the location. So let's take a quick peek at one of them. I'm going to take a look at this one for Colorado. So this is a full-time remote position in the state of Colorado. If you don't live in Colorado, just go back to the careers page and see if there are any in your location. So you'll work between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time for this particular role, Monday through Friday, and they tell us they'll pay you $20 per hour. So in this job, you'll be responsible for scheduling initial assessments, collecting necessary demographic information, verifying insurance eligibility, and managing referrals and clinical history to appropriately match patients with the most suitable providers. So this position facilitates the initial stages of client engagement, and you must possess excellent interpersonal skills. So you do some intake department interactions, handling communications via phone, email, voicemail, faxes, and chat, and identifying and communicating patient trends and feedback. You also perform new patient assistance, which includes conducting thorough intake assessments to understand patient needs and match them with the most appropriate provider, and scheduling initial appointments promptly and accurately. And you'll also do other duties. If you're interested in this job, go ahead and read through all the details here. So you need to be adaptable, you're a quick learner, you also have good communication skills, you're organized, you have good customer service skills, you're a problem solver, you're detail-oriented, and a team player. You need a high school diploma or equivalent. A bachelor's degree is preferred. That's just preferred. It's not required. They'd like you to have about 2 years experience in a contact center environment and or healthcare environment. You're comfortable using computers. They prefer you're fluent in English and Spanish. And you need a quiet, distraction-free, dedicated, HIPAA-compliant workspace. So here's a no experience needed work from home job. It comes to us from Harbor Freight. It's for a contact center associate. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States. They have a location indicated as Calabasas, California, but we're going to ignore that because as we scroll down this job description, they tell us this job is remote from anywhere within the continental United States. So this is your typical customer support kind of position where you will assist customers through phone and email. And there's really not a whole lot more I can say about this position. It is customer service. You need to be friendly, flexible, action-oriented. You can maintain your composure. You have a customer-focused mentality, and you're an effective communicator. Now, they tell us they prefer, but they don't require. They prefer you have customer service, retail, or hospitality experience, and that's just preferred. It's not required. But I'm willing to bet the majority of us meet at least one of those pieces of criteria. They'd also like you to have intermediate computer skills, including Microsoft Office. They prefer but don't require. They prefer you have a bachelor's or associate's degree, and you need a high school diploma. And as far as the salary, at the very bottom of the job description, they tell us they'll pay you $21.50 per hour. If you have a little bit of accounts payable experience, here's a work-from-home job for you. Amwell has an opening for an accounts payable specialist. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions anywhere on this job description. And this is your typical accounts payable specialist position where you'll support the company by accurate and timely payment of vendor invoices and employee expenses. It's a plus but not required. It's a plus you have a bachelor's degree in accounting, finance, or a related field. It's also a plus you have a background in healthcare, and it's a plus you have experience using NetSuite or similar ERP systems. They'd like you to have exposure to Coupa procurement platform, and it's a plus you have experience processing 1099s. And down here at the bottom of the job description, they tell us they'll pay you between $48,690 and $54,100 per year. We have a couple easy client support coordinator positions with the company Octave. One of them you'll work Sunday through Thursday Pacific time zone hours, and the other you'll work Tuesday through Saturday Eastern time zone hours. And I'm pretty sure you do not have to be relegated to the Pacific or Eastern time zones. I think whichever one suits your schedule best is the one you should go for. So let's take a quick peek at this one for the Pacific time zone hours. Now, both of these jobs are the same, with exception of the days and the hours you're going to work. So what you do in this position is act as the advocate for clients to ensure they receive the support they need. This role interacts with clients daily, managing correspondence, answering questions, and educating others about the services. You'll also prepare new clients for care, ensuring they're informed and set up for success. Essentially, you'll be the connection point between clients and the Octave system, all while demonstrating care, compassion, and competence. And what they want from you is about 1 year experience in a high-touch customer service role and at least 2 years experience in an administrative role. It's a plus you have product management skills, and then you need all your typical soft skills you need for just about every job. Now, when it comes to your schedule, scrolling down a little bit, for this particular one, you'll work Sunday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or 6 p.m. Pacific time zone hours. And scrolling down a little bit more, they tell us how much they pay. It depends on where you live. It looks like you can earn anywhere from $25 up to $28.85 per hour. And then as we take a look at the one for the Eastern time zone hours, it is the same. You're going to do the same thing. They want the same qualifications, and you'll work Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or 6 p.m. Eastern time zone hours. And again, you don't have to live in the Eastern time zone. Just translate your local hours to those hours. And the salary depends on where you live. You can earn anywhere from $25 up to $30.48 per hour. If you want to get started in the risk management area, here's a work-from-home job for you. GRSM, which stands for Gordon, Reese, Scully, Mancicani, a huge law firm. They have an opening for a risk management systems junior analyst. This is a full-time remote opportunity. However, you need to reside in the Pacific time zone. Ideally, they want you to have a background in legal risk management, computer science, and/or IT support, and you have an interest in learning the details of law firm administration and operation. So you'll be responsible for daily Tier 1 operational and user support for risk management information systems, including the conflicts and new business intake systems. They'd like you to have a bachelor's degree or 1 to 2 years related experience in IT support or legal administration. And they prefer, but they don't require. They prefer you have experience in a medium to large size law firm. You have basic troubleshooting knowledge of Windows and Microsoft Office systems, and it's a plus you have paralegal and/or adherent experience. And we can see on this job description, they tell us they'll pay you between $35,000 and $55,000 per year. So I want to show you this other risk-related work-from-home job with the same company, Gordon, Reese, Scully, Mancicani, GRSM. This is for a risk management lateral conflict clerk. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions anywhere on this job description. And what you do is conduct new hire laterals, business development, and other types of conflict of interest search requests, and effectively handle matter intake through conclusion. You'll make decisions regarding actions to be taken, including assessment of complex or unusual requests, as well as making decisions about interpretation of conflicts data and/or determining techniques or methods to be used to resolve conflicts. Now for this job, they do want you to have about 2 years related experience or 1 year direct conflicts experience in a law firm, and law firm experience is highly desired. You're also proficient in using online research tools and databases, and they prefer you have college and work-related experience. And they tell us on this job description they'll pay you between $40,000 and $55,000 per year. Here's a mid-level work-from-home job. Cecilia Health has an opening for a care coordinator. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States. And what you do in this job is handle inbound and outbound calls to support members. In this role, you'll complete telephone intake screening questions, complete audio and video initial program assessments with members, and conduct cold calls to pursue member engagement and schedule member appointments. So they want you to have about 2 years healthcare or clinical experience. Call center experience is preferred. You're comfortable setting up and maintaining company-issued equipment, which is cool. They'll give you equipment for this job. And you have a basic understanding of EHR and EMR applications. Now, as far as the salary, they don't share it anywhere on the job description, nor do I see it on the application. But I'm thinking for this kind of job, it's possible you could make anywhere from $18 to $20, maybe up to $25 per hour. But I'm only guessing. There's no way I can guarantee that's how much you'll make. You'll have to work out your salary with them. Okay, so here's a very entry-level healthcare job. This one is for a care access guide with the company Imagine 360. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States, and we can see right here on the job description, they tell us they'll pay you $20 to $22 per hour. You'll be responsible for researching all requests that could not achieve first call resolution and require further research and outreach. You'll coordinate with the navigation team to research provider accessibility and appointments for members, and contact multiple provider offices and work with their staff to ensure plan acceptance and available access to scheduling care. You need a high school diploma or a GED. Some college is welcome. They'd like you to have prior call center experience, preferably in an outbound production environment, and they prefer, but they don't require, they prefer you have exposure to medical benefits as well as experience with inbound and outbound calling. You also need prior experience in collections, customer service, provider services, or sales calls. You can meet weekly, monthly, and annual call count, production, and quality goals, and you have experience strategizing and researching best practices for outbound calls. All right, if you want to get started in human resources, here's a pretty good opportunity for you. Vector has an opening for an HR generalist. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States. In this role, you'll play a key part in administering all aspects of federal FMLA and state-specific programs, along with general HR support. They tell us this role is ideal for someone who is organized, collaborative, and passionate about supporting people and leaders in the veterinary, hospital, and the service sector. And all they want is 1 to 3 years experience in an HR generalist or similar HR role. You have strong communication and relationship building skills. You have the ability to manage multiple priorities in a remote environment, and you have a people-first mindset. And we can see on this job description, they tell us they'll pay you between $62,000 and $65,000 per year, and that's based on experience and qualifications. The last work-from-home job I have is also with VetCor. This one is for a leave of absence specialist. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States, and you'll play a key part in administering all aspects of federal FMLA and state-specific programs, along with general HR support. So this job is similar to the one I just shared, but it is leave of absence specific. They want you to have 1 to 3 years experience in an LOA specialist or similar role. And they tell us they'll pay you $28 to $30 per hour. So that's all I have for you in this video. Hopefully one of these jobs works out for you. And if you're looking for more opportunities, check out this video right here. Thank you so much for visiting. I truly appreciate your support, and I'll meet you on the next job lead.